Some of the great Stanley Nelson is on the phone, the documentarian. Stanley Nelson, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Excuse me. Birth of the Cool is your latest.
Miles Davis, Birth of the Cool.
Yes. Yeah, Miles Davis. Tell us the Miles Davis story in 60 seconds.
Yeah, Miles Davis, Birth of the Cool is the biography of Miles Davis. It's the first one, really, that's been done in the United States. And we interview so many people who knew Miles and loved Miles and played with Miles: Wayne Shorter, Herbie Hancock, Carlos Santana, who's a big Miles Davis fan, Miles' first wife, Frances Davis, who kind of steals the show. We've got footage of Miles that nobody's seen. It's a very entertaining and enlightening film.
Now, I said the great Stanley Nelson because I watched Tell Them We Are Rising, the story of black colleges and universities. I watched the Black Panther, Vanguard of the Revolution, the murder of Emmett Till. What we're gonna learn about this in this documentary what did you learn in this documentary that you didn't already know about Miles Davis?
Well, one of the things that's most fantastic about Miles is, Miles was born in 1926 in East St. Louis, and his father was a dentist, and they were rich, by African American standards. He grew up in East St. Louis, but they had a farm right outside the city with horses that Miles rode, and that's how Miles grew up. But Miles was still a black man in America and suffered, those indignities that black people suffered, especially during those years. And so, we learned kind of what made Miles, what made the music that Miles made.
How do you choose your subjects for your documentary, Stanley Nelson?
They come in different ways, I know that when I go into a film that it might take me, 7 to 10 years to raise the money and get the film made. So I'm trying to make a film that at least I feel is important to me and that is worth what might be, a good chunk of my life.
Are you working several projects at one time?
Yeah, I think now I am really because, things have just changed, in the documentary world where there's just a lot more work there with the streaming services and others. So we're doing more the things than one now. But until very recently, it was really just one project at a time. We did the Black Panthers, and then after that, we did Tell Them We Are Rising, and then we did the next one.
Mr. Nelson, I watched it and I loved it, and I can't wait to watch it again. I'm currently shooting a documentary, and I was just thoroughly enjoyed it and overtaken by how well it was done, how it was executed, the way it flowed, and I learned a lot from it. And I'm a big Miles Davis fan, but there was stuff in there, and like you said, footage that I had never seen, and I thought I'd seen it all. But job well done, and I can't wait for the other people to go out and see it. Man.
And how can people see it?
The best thing to do is to go to milesdavismovie.com. If you go to milesdavismovie.com, then you go to screenings, and it tells where the film is screening, near you. It's screening all over the country. It's still opening week by week. I'm actually in London right now. We're opening the film in London and Germany tomorrow, but it's opening all around the country. We just opened in Chicago last weekend, 3 sold-out shows in Chicago, and it's playing everywhere. So milesdavismovie.com is the best way to see where it's playing near you.
Well, friends and family in Chicago definitely showing up and showing out for Miles Davis.
When will it be available to download?
It won't be available to download until it airs on American Masters on PBS, which is next year. So after it airs on PBS, the moment it ends on PBS, after it airs, they say, if you want to get this show, you can, do such and such. That's when you can download it. But not until then. But I really want people to go to theaters and see it and hear the great sound and see it on the big screen.
All right.
Yeah.
Stanley Nelson.
And please tell Jill Nelson we said hello.
Yeah.
I will. Thank you so much.
All right, man.